Hi, everyone. Welcome to the I almost said the Diversities Lit Book Club. I'm so used to like having my spiel. Um, Teresa is not going to be able to make it tonight. She's not feeling well, but I'm sending her all of the good vibes. And hoping she feels better. And Zara should be on shortly. Um, Oh, Regina. Oh, I will have to pass that along to T. Um, here we go.
Sorry I'm
Hi.
late.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I was just letting them know that T wasn't feeling well, so
Aw.
she had to dip out. But I was like, oh no, Regina's just saying she's loving the book, and I'm sure Regina that Teresa is loving your book as well. So um but oops, here we go. So, yeah, welcome to the Monday Motivation Writing Sprints. Hopefully, if you're doing Preptober, it's going well. Let us know if you're participating in NaNoWriMo. I will
I'm
be
not.
I will be a rebel. So, and yeah, let us know what you're going to be working on tonight. We will be doing 3 30-minute sprints. Regina looks like the only one here right now, so I won't go through my spiel since you know me, but
Yeah.
um uh but anyways, how are you, Zara?
I'm good. I realized that I had told the cover designer the like slightly wrong version of a title. So now, and that cover artist is now on vacation, like a much deserved vacation. But I'm like, so now do I have to push the cover reveal
Oh
for
no.
this thing or not is what I'm trying to
Is that the
figure
one I
out.
just signed up for?
Probably. It would just be later. Like, because I was able to Photoshop it for like the interior of the book without a
Mhm.
problem. However, because I don't have like the layered Photoshop file,
Mhm.
I can't make the changes
Oh.
to the actual cover and
Mhm.
have it be correct. Because I'd hate to mess up the background of it.
Right. Oh, that's tough.
Because it's a textured thing, you know.
Mhm.
It's just
No, well, hopefully she'll be able to, or he or she will be able to reply.
yeah, I think she'll be able to. It's just a stupid like oops.
Mhm.
It's like whoopsie.
No.
It's because there was a lot of going back and forth on changing the title for the flash fiction book because
Mhm.
while prompt and story stance was like super cute and witty, the people at Simon & Schuster were like, how are people going to Google that? And I'm like, well, they'd look up like the subtitle and they're like, no, like we need the title to also be like really searchable. And I'm like, I mean, that's fair, but also like, so then
Oh.
Natalie Chander and I were like going back and forth over and over on like, okay, well, what about this? Nope, that's still too witty. Okay. And then somehow we finally agreed on a title. And then somehow in my communicating it to the cover artist, I added in an extra word in the title, but then forgot something in the subtitle. And it was like,
Oh, man.
exactly. Oh, man, is correct. So it's fine.
Yeah. Well, at least you realized it. Like, I'm always trying to look at like the bright side of things to be like, oh,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It could be much worse.
Yeah.
And it's not, but it's just a little bit like, thought we were set and
Yeah.
we're not.
Well,
So
that happens.
we'll be fine. How have you been doing?
I've been good. Yeah, I had like a 3-day weekend because it was my birthday last week, so I took Friday off. So it was like really nice to have a long weekend to like relax and get some stuff done. So um I just went out to eat with my family. It's always like super chill, but yeah, so I have energy because I was well rested from the weekend. Uh so and
I think a belated birthday wish is in order because I definitely did not know when your birthday was.
oh yeah, no, that's fine. I think my cats are burying in boxes and then meowing. So okay. I just heard all this rustling. I'm like, what's going on? Um, but yeah, no worries. Felicia's here. Hello. Regina is adding words to her short paranormal. That's awesome. And Al's here. Hello. I'm so happy right now. I'm waiting for my 10 copies of my 38-page book that will be coming in the mail tomorrow. Long overdue. Oh, that's so awesome. Yay. Oh, I'm just like, Felicia, that's awesome. um, but 38 pages, that's a nice, like, that'll be a nice quick read. Um, People will like eat that up. Yeah, so for tonight, one of the things that I did a lot of over the weekend was posted more stuff on eBay, because I was selling a lot of stuff over the summer, and then my mom has a lot of stuff, so I'm like, I'll help you sell stuff. So I posted stuff, and some of it sold last night. So I was like, oh, I want to package it up. So I'll probably be doing a little bit of that, and then my normal email catch up, and then hopefully make some more progress on my developmental edits
Uh-huh.
for Diamond Bright and Broken. So that'll be good to work on. So that's my plan for tonight. Oh, and now that I did my Amazon author page, now I want to like, oh, I want to do the bio and all of that and look and see like my sales. So they just like verified my account. So
That's good. How long did that
yeah.
take you? Because I know one of the authors messaged me and was like, I'm waiting to get verified before I can do anything. And I'm like, yeah,
Well,
I had done this myself so long ago that I don't remember how long it took me to get verified.
yeah, it took 68 minutes. Yeah. Between the email saying that I signed up and then it was verified. So not long at all.
Okay, that's not too
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Um and Jennifer's here. Hello. And oh, I need to go follow you. Yay. I know because at first I think there's another like Holly Davis author, and so it was like
There is.
it was the wrong one. So now I'm glad I know like, oh, now it's me.
Yeah, no, there are a few inimitable authors who are using pen names, which is like totally chill, cool. But in some cases, those pen names are either someone's real name or just another pen name that got there first. So I've had to
Right.
write to certain people at Simon & Schuster and be like, "This Holly Davis is not the same as this one."
Oh. Well, I'm
And
glad
on
it
some
worked out.
websites it doesn't matter. It's just the term Holly Davis. Like there isn't an actual author page, but on Goodreads and Amazon, which I know Goodreads is owned by Amazon, but their databases are still separate, and it's like
Yeah, that's
redundant.
interesting that it's still separate.
Yeah. So I
So,
basically had to go in twice and be like, these are different Holly Davises than the one who like did a bunch of horse books, I think, if I'm correct.
yeah, I think it was
Like
like
Animal
horse
Health or something like that. It was like, I'm sure this Holly's very nice, but it's not my Holly.
Yeah, I'm your Holly.
Yeah. So it was very fun.
Oh, that's great. Um, yeah, that'll be fun to work on too. Um, okay, and then Regina, I need to follow you actually. So there's some people I just like made a new Amazon account because I was like, well, I don't know, like if my other one has like my maiden name or my married name, and so I'm like, I want to keep my maiden name, so that's what everyone knows me as. So I just made a new account. I'm like, it's fine.
Oh,
Um,
it's okay. I didn't realize if it was full on pen name or like what.
yeah,
Now
because
I
like
know that it's maiden versus married.
yeah, because I like I started writing before I was married, and like everyone knows me as Holly Davis, and I'm like I could, like what was that? No, like 3 years ago, I was like, oh, I could change it, but I'm like everyone knows me as this, and then I'm like if I ever decide to write in like a different genre or age category, I could use my married name. So I've got like a built-in pen name.
Yeah.
So
No, that's great. I was just very shocked when you said that. I was like, mind blown. The same way that like there are some people who on AuthorTube, like I just found them with their name that they have on AuthorTube, and then like either because someone else said it or because I finally was like going through all the videos, or they more recently mentioned they're like, oh, pen name, and I'm like, what?
oh, I know I never thought I would like have a pen name, and I'm like, well, like it still feels like me, but yeah, I guess it is a secret pen name.
Like I don't know, like for you saying it's like maiden versus married, it feels less secretive in naming
Right.
that name than like some other people I know who like are using a pen name where it's either not similar at all or it's like different enough that you wouldn't guess that it was like what their real one is.
Right,
Because there isn't
right.
a legal like paper trail for like, oh, this makes sense why it's this. And you're like, oh. Like for me, Zara Hoffman, that's my legal name.
Yes.
I mean, I have a lot more middle names but I don't like put that out online because
Right.
I use those to verify my identity in other
Right.
places. So
Exactly.
I'm not putting them all out there. But, yeah.
um okay, so Al went with Garfield. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Bluey number 7. I'm in a blue mood.
I'm gonna do Zuko.
Nice. Zooking it up. All right, you guys. Vote for which cat you think is going to win, either the color or the number. And we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right. Numero uno.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, yay! Aaron won.
It always makes me happy when someone wins, even if it's not me.
Me too.
It's just like, oh, someone did.
Yeah, second again, Regina. Aw. Aw. Well, we still have 2 more sprints for redemption. All right. So, how did everyone do? I ended up putting up a picture and oh good, my author page URL is live. Okay. Yay.
Okay, great. You don't have to send that to me again. I'll just reload.
Okay. Oh, it still says sorry, we couldn't find that page. Okay. Well, whatever.
Okay, I can do it later.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, now it's working. I probably like just clicked on it like right as it said like, "Hey, it's live."
Okay, yeah, it works now.
Yay.
Awesome.
Oh, I think it's going to take some time for like my picture and stuff to
Yeah, no, that's fine,
show
but
up.
the URL now works. It's no longer we couldn't find that page on Amazon.
Yeah. Yay. So I did that. I caught up on my email and then I started to package up those eBay things. So yeah, it was a productive first sprint. How did you do?
I was trying to figure out how to evenly space these lines for the end of the prompt book because I'm going off like the longest word so that all the stickers will be like the same size
Oh yeah.
as each other because I think it would like drive the printer crazy if they had to like be like, here are the different line cuts for all of these 1,000 different words and they're all a different length. And so I just had to figure out how to do that. And I think I did it. It's just it looks correct on one page and it does not look correct on the other. So I think I'm still gonna have to finagle with it. It's fine.
Yeah, it is what it is. It'll work out.
Yeah.
Oh, Janine. Hi, Janine. I don't have a new website. This is my author, my Amazon author page because I didn't have one. So if you like clicked on the Holly Davis, it wasn't me, but now it is. So I was doing all of that. And so it should be working now here. If you want to check it out, I think like my bio and picture, it'll take a while for it to show up there, and yeah, Holly Davis was taken. So I was like, well, my website is Holly Davis Books. So there you go. And almost forgot this was a thing today thanks to the sports ball and dinner. Yeah, it was funny because during I joined Kelly Wright on her YouTube channel for the mid-month check-in. Yeah. And
I meant to show up to that live yesterday and then completely.
No, it's fine. It was fun. It was the first one I'd attended, so I'm going to do that from now on. But the bonus question, because they had been talking about it before, was, what's your favorite kind of cheese? And I was like, well, vegan cheese. And I was like, well, yeah. Before. But anyways, I was thinking about that because
would you have named like a specific brand, or were you going to just be like?
I named a specific brand. I said like the chow cheese has really good like slices, so I use that for like sandwiches with like tofurkey slices. It's like just makes it a good sandwich. And then Daya has good pizza. But I was telling her, I'm like, I can't say all vegan cheese because some of them do taste like plastic.
Some of it is bad. Yes. Like I've tried some.
They taste like plastic and just like funky. But on the way home, I was craving because I really like Taco Bell's, and don't hate me, I like Taco Bell, their nacho fries, but I never have the cheese with it. I'll just eat them plain or with ketchup or something, and I give the cheese to my husband. But they have a vegan cheese now. So
Is
I
it
got
good?
the vegan cheese and I was like skeptical. I'm like, is it going to taste like plastic? But it was really good.
And
So,
that was today?
mhm.
Okay, so you've revised your opinion since yesterday.
Yeah, I'll be like Taco Bell's nacho cheese, vegan nacho cheese.
Yeah, in a comment.
Right. Um, but yeah, and I was like, before that, it was cheddar cheese. I mean, but I liked cheese before, so it was. I mean, that was probably the biggest, like the one thing I still clung to when I was
Yeah.
transitioning to veganism. So yeah, my folks are really into the game. Oh, who's playing? I was telling
Not the person to ask.
I was telling Chris because he was gonna try to do some like Uber Eats and stuff, like kind of like a side hustle. And I was like, well, you should be doing because he was trying to do it yesterday, like at like 2 p.m. And I'm like, well, this is like after lunch, like it's sunny, like it was like rainy over, early, like on Saturday and Friday, when people wouldn't want to go out. But I was like, well, Monday night's good because that's football. And then I think, is there also like Thursday football or something? I don't know.
I think there's something on Thursday as well.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what, but I'm sure there's something.
Yeah. So I was like, though you can find those pockets, and I'm like, well, there's like Thirsty Thursday and Taco Tuesday and all this. I was like, you could find the days where
I'm sure there's something for
more
every
people.
single day. Let's be honest.
It's very true. Uh,
Okay, so I did out the math, and it turns out that me doing it by eyesight was also as close as I was going to get. So
hey.
I was just like, unless I zoomed in even more and was like, nope, like scooch a little bit more. And it's like, I don't know how badly I want to do that.
Oh, that's frustrating where it's like it's just there, like oh.
Yeah, we'll be fine. People are going to be excited that there's stickers in an adult book anyway.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun.
In a book for adults, not an adult book. I do want to.
Oh.
Whenever I'm like, oh, what's the genre? And I'm like, oh, it's romance. And it's like you want to say adult in that it's not young adult, but it's not like, ooh. And it's like, no, that's not what I mean.
That's not how it works, no.
So
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Janine says going to finish my blog post in the next sprint. It's basically done, but added a few things on. Nice. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna package up. I have my like what are these called? Like the bubble mailers. So I like have that, but then I sold two things that are in like boxes. So I've got this like, kind of cardboardy paper wrap and so I'm like, oh, I've got to like cut things out and measure it. And it's like I'm preparing it's like I'm practicing for Christmas.
yeah.
Okay, let's get the cats going here. Gosh, it's so bright on my second monitor.
I know my second monitor is always so much brighter than my normal
Gosh.
one.
Yeah.
And there are times where I turn it down, and then I'm like, other times I'm just like, no.
Okay. I'm sticking with blue.
I think I'm gonna just stick with Zuko. Like, I think I'm gonna stick with Zuko throughout all of them.
Yes.
Hell or high water. I'm a Zuko fan.
Yep. Can't turn back now. All right, you guys, get in your votes and we'll start the second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, Garfield won. Let's see. Oh man, he looted us.
Yeah. I was gonna say Regina had said number 2, but that was for the last one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the numbers change or the colors change.
Oh man.
We tried.
Yeah, so close. um yeah, so let's see. I
I had dinner and finally figured out how to do the thing. Is that if I did them
Yay!
in columns, then I could just put the line in
Mhm.
between where the text columns were. And then if I center the word, it doesn't matter how big the space is because it'll just be even.
Oh,
I got too excited. I was like, I have to say that I found the solution.
yes. Oh, that's awesome. Woohoo. Um, Regina says, my ancient refrigerator finally gave up the ghost. I shopped and purchased online from Lowe's, and the new one is perfect. Yay! I got a plain no ice maker model, but it runs silent. So impressed. Nice. Yeah, I feel like I have just a regular plain one, because I'm renting, and like I've heard a lot of people that have the ice maker, they're like it doesn't work anyway. So um so yeah, I don't I they seem like they can be wonky sometimes. So
My mom's ice maker works. I don't understand because she's like, oh, it's based on the volume, the whatever level of ice that's in the thing.
mhm.
Like, mom, you use ice so infrequently. How do we know it's working versus it just like,
Yeah.
the ice makers usually last about 2 years. Okay, well, my mom has had
Oh.
hers for like 10. So something's up.
Wow. Wow.
Either my mom found the Holy Grail or
No, because I feel like my mom like just got new like washer and dryer, and there's something wrong with the dryer, and I'm like, it's not more than like 4 years old for sure. So I'm just like, why is this breaking already? Like,
I mean, that's like unfortunate. What's really not cool is that twice in 2 weeks, I've been locked inside my apartment. Like I can't open the door. And it's been
what?
fixed both times. And I'm like, it's fixed. And my mom's like, no, no, no. You're getting that replaced.
Oh my gosh.
Because if something goes wrong, like here I am burning a candle.
Oh no. All right, we're gonna be like watching out. We're gonna be like messaging you like all night. "Hey, are you okay? Are you
No, I don't know.
did the
Like
candle
for
burn?"
me, this was twice in 2 weeks, but the last time it had happened was a year ago. So I don't know. Also, I have a feeling that when it was like quote unquote fixed, because not the last time, the first and the third time were me when I was
Yeah.
here alone. The one in the middle, my mom was coming to my apartment to check something out for me because I think I had a stream or something, so she went instead.
Mhm.
And I was already at her place to watch Riley or something like that. There's a reason I couldn't come. She gets stuck in here and she's like, what do I do? And I'm like, call the doorman or like call maintenance. I can't do anything unless you want me to like bring Riley and like come over and we'll still be in a problem. And so then she said that like they got let out and that it got fixed. But
Mm.
based on like what happened, the fact that it happened again, I'm pretty sure I was like, no, I don't think so. And the guy who fixed it for me both times, me personally, was the same guy. And it's been good, but it
Oh.
was someone else who fixed it for my mom. And I don't know who it was, but I think he just like did something to get them out
Oh my
versus like actually fix the whole thing. Because he
Oh.
took like 40 minutes to work on it 2 nights ago.
Oh my gosh. That's way too long.
I felt
Oh god.
bad. I was like, "Do you want water? Like, do you need to like take a break and like use the bathroom?" Or like, "I don't have like snacks to offer you. Like, I'm so sorry."
Oh gosh. Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
Janine says next fridge won't have an ice maker.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not good. The first time it ever happened, I was really panicked.
Yeah. That was like the first apartment I lived in, realizing that there was only like one door, like, and there's supposed to be like two. So, because I think what was it called? It was like the coach house, like behind the apartments, and
Mm.
like we were on the first floor, and then they had another, apartment on the second floor. So I think like there used to be a way to get to both, but then I don't know, um, made it two separate ones. But when I realized that, I was like, oh, we need two exits. Well, I guess I'm jumping out of the window into the alley.
Well, no, see, you say that. I was living in a dorm when I was at NYU. And it was straight up illegal according to New York Housing Code. Like, should not have been able to have that dorm room as a room
Oh,
because they had this like really weird empty room on the floor, and then around it were other rooms. So we had windows facing into this who knows what wasteland of a room.
oh my God.
And New York housing is New York Housing Code is it needs to be a certain size, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to have certain size windows, I think, in proportion to the size of the place. And you need two like external exits. So you need like a window that's facing outside and a door, like two ways that you can get out. And because that window was facing another room and technically not outside, it wasn't legal.
Oh my gosh.
And so once my mom and I found out about that, we were like, oh, we're going to like make a problem about it.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry.
No, you're fine. Get some crush.
Yeah. But my roommate, who I was friends with and had roomed with the year before, she was an RA when we were living in this situation. So she didn't want to complain.
Oh.
And I'm like, we're both getting migraines all the time because we don't have fresh air. Like, I don't really know what to say. Anyway, she stayed there. My mom made a big enough sink that they moved me
Mm-hmm.
to another dorm where my mom had to pay more for it. So I don't know why that was the thing.
Oh.
Then I find out after I've graduated that the two people who had lived in that dorm room before us had made such a big stink and threatened to go to the New York Times that NYU wound up just paying for an apartment for them.
Oh, what?
Like paying for rent. I don't think they like bought them an apartment.
Right.
But it was still like the school paying their rent. And I'm like, and yet my mom had to pay me more to be in a different dorm.
Oh, that sucks. Oh. Man, that is not fair.
Like I got out of it and my number of headaches went down very quickly, but it was like insane. And my mom was like, how is this legal? And our cousin, who is a lawyer who goes after corporate corruption, was like, well, I mean, they have a lot of real estate in the city. I'm sure some people in the city are willing to look the other way. And I'm like, well,
that's, oh man, they should have offered you that.
I know.
Your mom goes to bat for you. Yay. Oh.
Yeah. No, but that was a wild experience.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and it's like people don't know better. Like they're not saying anything because they don't know, but that could be, really dangerous.
I don't remember what made us think to look it up. Mm-hmm. I think it was, I told my mom, oh yeah, we were just facing a room. And she's like, what? What if there's a fire? And I'm like, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
Also, what didn't help was that the dorm's kitchen was right next to the front door. So if that had caught on fire, we literally would have had to go through the window.
Oh my God.
So.
That's ridiculous. So ridiculous.
I survived, which is because I was talking to my mom and a family friend earlier today. Something. I'm like, that doesn't sound safe. And they're like, well, we're here. And I'm like, that doesn't mean it was safe. It just means you didn't It means you survived.
Right. Oh my God. Nothing bad enough happened, but something could have happened.
Exactly.
That's scary. Well, at least you were out of that situation, but even though
Yeah.
you did have to pay more.
I mean, it was 2020, so my mom only had to pay for half a semester in that higher rate because then we got
Got it.
the email a week into spring break being like, you have to like come and like get all your stuff. And
I could
maybe
not
not a big
imagine.
deal because I was
Mhm.
actually visiting my mom because she needed me to watch Riley
Mhm.
because we had a family member who needed my mom's help like at weird hours. So my mom was like, "Oh, just come watch Riley, and we'll like move whatever you need to be able to live here again."
Right.
We get the email, and it's like you have to move everything out. So my mom and I go, and we like pack it all up in 2 hours. The rest of the stuff that was there, but there were people in my like year, much less the people below me, who had like gone on vacation or gone home, like out of state.
Oh.
And to get that email, to be like, you have to get all your stuff, and we're now switching to remote. Like, can't imagine.
Oh my God. No. Oh. That sucks. Mm-mm. I can't imagine going to school during that time and just the craziness and like, oh, your prom is canceled, or like the occupational therapist I work with, like she was on her clinical rotations during it and they're just trying to find places that would take them, It was just crazy.
So my friend who was the RA, whatever, she's from Shanghai, and she spent a large portion of like the first few months being like, am I staying in the US? Is this going to resolve itself? And then once it became clear it wasn't, she was like, I want to go home and like
Right.
with my family. But then I think because of what her parents did, like one of them had to be quarantined outside of their home. So like she wasn't even with her entire family at once for most of it. And it was just like, and then she couldn't come back because of.
Oh God. Wow.
She wound up getting a job in China, so it's not like she's just staring at, a map
Okay.
and being like, when can I get back to the US and do something? But it was crazy because my mom and I were like, oh yeah, like she has to actually think about that. Because no matter what, she's going to be stuck on whatever continent she goes to.
Oh my God. Yeah, the people that were like abroad or that was like Angela Ann. I think she went to like Australia or New Zealand or something and then had to leave, and
yeah,
she had just gone there.
I think it was New Zealand. I could be wrong.
I feel like it was New Zealand. Also, hi Maggie. Don't want you to think I didn't see your post. I'm not productive. I have not been productive on what I'm supposed to have been doing for 3 days. This tracks. Well, you're here now. We've got one more sprint, so
maybe you were burnt out.
Yeah, you needed to, to breathe, take a break. So, yeah, you were productive and resting.
This was me saying I'd figured out the
Okay.
for the stickers.
Oh, nice. And Regina said, Regina corrected 1.5 chapters. Yay, that is awesome. Oh yeah, I packaged or wrapped 2 of the packages. And then I edited 2 chapters. So yeah, that was good.
I shipped some things today, but I brought them down a little bit late. So I don't know if they got mailed out today or if they're getting mailed out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But then I found out that my building was like, if it's for business, you can't ship it out of here anymore. And I'm like, okay, I'm now going to be walking to the post office a lot more.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I always like, oh, if I'm packing it up, like sometimes I'll drop it off before work. But like I'm like, oh, these are like boxes. I can't like just like, put it in the the mailboxes. I have to go to the post
Oh, yeah.
office. So I'm just like, oh man, because I like just being like, okay, I've done it. I can check it off my list. I know it's going to be sent out today instead of like, I don't know, maybe I'll find one in the middle of work because I'm like, oh, I like it being sent out like the day that it is. Because I don't know if I like drop it off later, if then it won't get mailed out till the next day and I don't want the delay. So it's all fun. When does the post office open?
My post office, if it's a really big package, you do have to go up to the desk or whatever. But in the actual location, there is like not a mailbox where it's just for the letters, but like a slightly bigger one. So if your package isn't too big, you can still kind of just like the essential, throw it in a slot and go.
Oh, that's nice.
So normally I'm able to do that, but then there are times where it's like, nope, I'm shipping multiple books to one person, and rather than package it multiple times and have to pay for it 3 times, I packaged it all together, but now it means this won't fit.
Oh,
It'll like leave it.
yeah. Okay, 8:30 is when it opens. Wait, this one, okay, the one that's by my work is open from 9 to 1 and 2 to 5. I'm like, what? You get a lunch?
2 to 5.
What? What is this? So
Wait,
I was like, oh.
I mean, 1 to 2 would be a lunch break.
Yeah, I guess.
Is what that's saying.
Maybe they're so like, yeah, maybe there's literally just like one person who works here. Oh.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I was like, never seen it.
Yeah, would you
for
like
lunch.
if it's a post office, you'd think everyone gets a lunch break because that's the law. Although, as we all know, not everyone follows those in this country. But like, you would think that they'd be stacked, not like we're all literally gone for this hour.
Oh no! Oh my god! Okay, actually, I'm not gonna go here because there's 1.8 stars.
That's not good.
Google, my package has been sitting at this location for 10 days. Someone else said my package has been stuck for almost a week. I think this one, my eBay parcel's been sitting here for 12 days and hasn't moved. No update on the tracking. I think someone stole it. The reviews are correct. They never answer.
Oh, that's not good. That's
not okay. Good. Never mind. I'm so glad I looked at the Google reviews.
Yeah, no, Google reviews are like, can be.
No. Okay. I guess I'm just going to have to go after work.
I'm sorry, Holly.
No, it's fine. I was just like, oh, this is like really scary. Like, what? I'm not about that life. Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, oops. What's this?
I just replied in chat.
Oh, okay.
I just wrote a reply. But also, Regina, I know it's been a rough summer for you, so like, please don't prioritize that. If you'd like to buy the books, fine, but like, you don't need to feel obligated to just like donate money.
Aw, that's so sweet. That's why I'm like, all right. My goal is to pay off all my student loans and get a house and pay off the house, and then I can like give so much money away and buy all of the books. Yes. Oh. All right. Final sprint. There are 30 cats. Gosh, my screen looks so like muted. Okay, I'm just gonna look at my bright second monitor.
Yeah, what does it look like if I move it over? Okay, no, right now, weirdly enough, my normal one does not look that different in the brightness. Normally, when you do the 30, I realize how dark my screen is, but this time I can actually see all of it.
Yeah, I think I was sticking with blue. Number 7 is blue, so I'm gonna say number 7.
I think it's 26, which is white. 27 looks like a light gray behind it, but I'm trying to go for the like white one, which I think is or is that 25? I don't know. I might not even be able to count.
26. No, that is 26 because I counted down from 30.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay, I think it's 26.
All
I
right,
just saw that little
everyone.
ear going, and I'm like, you know what? I'll go from black to white and see if
And
that
then,
anything.
you're cheating on Zuko, so he might, decide to be like, yeah, I'll win now.
Well, you know
uh,
what? And that would be totally his right, but I am gonna go for Snowball this time.
uh,
Just to see.
yeah. Um, so get in your votes if you want to, so someone might win. And we'll start this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right. Number 23. Oh,
So Zuko was second.
he was second. Oh, my guy was in the top 10, Mr. Bluey.
I am not like I see 27 and 26 is off screen and 25 is also on screen. Wow.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
where you're like, you know what? You changed allegiance. We're gonna make it
Show
so
you
you
how
were
close you were. Yeah. um nice. Well, at least did anyone win this time? I don't think anyone won anything this time. Yeah. Oh well. Dun, dun, dun.
tried.
Yeah. So I got a little distracted because Chris came home with groceries. But I was still I didn't finish a chapter. I was still working on it. Um, expanding it and adding some more description. So but yeah, so I got I guess like 2.5 chapters done this tonight, which is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
How
think
did you
that's so good.
do? Yeah.
I how did I do? That's actually a good question. I did not count how many words I've been doing for each sprint, like once I figured out how to format it. So I've just been going. But aside from realizing that one word is actually a duplicate and needing to fix that, I have gone through 424 of the 1,000 words that will be
Oh wow.
to go at the back of the like flash fiction prompt book, because each prompt will be, so there's the list of the prompts. How do I say this? Okay. There were at the towards the front of the book, there are like writing challenges and writing prompts, I guess you would say.
Nice.
But then in the actual, no, those are the challenges. And then in the actual book, for each prompt, there's a space where you can add a number for like the challenge that you want to pair it with. And then
Oh.
for each of those, there's a space for 10 words to go.
Cool.
And yeah, I said 10 words. I'm now worried that they're only spaced for 9 words.
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
have to fix that. Actually,
Oh no.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I will make it work.
No, that sounds fun. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So of the like, I've done
Oh,
1,
so
2, 3, 4, 5. Of like
Oh, Zuko.
the planned out 12, I think, for the number of words.
Oh my gosh.
The number of pages with just the word bank.
Sorry, Zuko. That was also things Zuko was all over me. I'm like, dude, I know.
I saw, and then Oliver's in the back.
Yeah, I took a screenshot because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute that they're
both there.
They're here.
Yeah,
Aww.
I'll take a screenshot for you as well.
Of my boys.
Yeah, I got it. Zuko giving the camera some side eye when I took. I had Riley with me today, and she was. So for those who like haven't seen me stream, I have my couch here, and it's like an L-shaped thing. And oftentimes Riley likes to lie on the L part just because, I don't know, makes her feel special. But today she wasn't getting up on the couch at all. And I was like, oh, I wonder why that is. And then I realized that like the last time I had cleaned up, I had moved the blanket off the couch to like make sure I'd gotten all the crumbs and like dust and everything. And I had forgotten to put them back on. Because there's like a blanket that like I know Riley will get on, and then there's a nicer blanket that I don't put on when I know Riley's coming because I don't want her to scratch it to heck. But neither of the blankets were on, so I put it on, and then all of a sudden she jumped up, and I was like, "You who doesn't ask for permission for anything was waiting for permission to get on my couch." Well, learn something new.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Because I was like, why are you not, like, I'm so surprised you're not getting up on here.
Right.
And this is
Wow.
your favorite place to hang out when you're visiting me. And then I realized.
That's way too cute. Oh my gosh.
Pets
looks
are the best.
like they are. Al said I'm 0 for 10. No wins yet in this sprint since joining. Oh, you'll have your time, your redemption.
Sorry, I'm having authors text me, and I thought I had my bad. Okay.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Regina corrected another chapter and added some feelings to the paranormal. Ooh.
Feelings are like just straight up angst. It's what I'm curious about.
Oh. Yeah. And is it the feels?
That too.
That we're all us authors are good at.
I know.
Maggie says, I'm almost to the end of page 3 of this outline. I need 5. Nice. That's awesome. Progress.
Is there like a page minimum, or is it just like you want it to be a certain length to feel like it's, what's the word? Distributed well.
Right. Let's see. Sorry, I went to a different.
No.
I went to something on my page, and I'm like, where is I trying to go to? My writing's slow these days. Been doing a lot, but managed to get at least get 176 words. Nice. Yeah, sometimes it's the season of being productive, and sometimes it's the season to not. So.
I also think sometimes it's like by the day or by the week. Like even if, because I think it was like a few days ago where I just sat down and like banged out an entire to-do list in like 4 hours. And then today was like, I mean, I've gotten a lot of my to-do list done, but it definitely took me longer.
That's true. I forgot to track my words since October 1st. So unlike me. I was still to realize I'd added 5K. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good job, Regina. Not that you need me to tell you that. She's published so many books. But.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to go to my Inksteady accountability
spreadsheet.
Yeah, spreadsheet. So, because I'm like, I really like this. I need to add more things to it, but yeah.
That spreadsheet is so neglected for me. Like, I know it's there. I know I should fill it out. And then I just go from my bullet journal to like actually doing this stuff on my computer that I always forget to also put it in Kelly's spreadsheet.
Yeah, I like it because it's like, it's nice accountability, and then I like the way it's organized and the colors. It's nice. I'm digging it. Feelings. The vampire's crazy for her, and she needed to feel something similar. Oh, nice. You do a lot of angst in fan fiction. That's awesome.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever read a story that I really enjoyed that didn't have some level of angst. Like even romantic comedies, like it's still angsty when they break up, unless it's the stupid miscommunication trope, in which case I'm like, that's not angsty, that's dumb.
No, that's true. I feel like, yeah, and even like I know like in YA, some people are like, oh my gosh, just like high school angst. It's like, well, you're reading YA. So there's some where it's like, okay, you can go overboard or it can be a little more realistic. So there's like a spectrum.
I mean, I think even realistically, there's a wide range of type of angst.
That's
Like, not
true.
all of us are fighting anxiety and depression and things like that, but you can still have angst about other things.
Yeah, that's true.
Without being a psychiatrist's dream client or patient. Usually I find an outline needs to be about half the length of a paper. Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
That makes sense.
I don't think I ever had that trick like in my head. I was just like, I'm outlining. And at some point I'm going to have to write the paper and stop
yeah. Yeah, I think like my outlines are, I don't even like keep track of how long it is, but it's like if I include like scene cards, then it'll be really long.
Maggie wants the link to Kelly's spreadsheet.
Oh,
so I'm going to grab that while you continue going through
okay,
comments,
cool.
so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, thanks. Hi, Dystopia, Utopia, Autumn. I love that username. I have a new story that I'm trying to plug in names. I have a list of names but haven't picked. The main character's gonna be a demon and a humanoid. Ooh, that's fun. I have had a list of names since before since I was like maybe like since I was writing like fan fiction, and I just like would save names that I liked, and then yeah, I've just like added to it throughout the years. So it's probably it's probably like a decade old since 2013 or 14. But sometimes I'm like, oh, but like there's no one that fits this name. This needs to be for a villain. And then I go to a story and I'm like, oh, this is the perfect name. And I'm like, yes, like I get to use this city name or this person's name. Like it feels so good.
I have a spreadsheet of names that I've used across my books and other names that like I'm collecting, just so basically I don't repeat across stories.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are times where I'm just like, I need a name, and then not a lot of thought is going to go into it because it doesn't matter. So then I just use Scrivener's name generator.
No, that's fun. I feel like sometimes you can like pick through a list, and other times it's like you're like, oh, none of these fit, and it just needs to like come to you randomly. So kind of have like a placeholder. Oh, would y'all like the plot and the names? Bring them on. That would be fun.
I finally found the link for the spreadsheet. So
okay.
popped it in.
The days of paper fan zines. We sold inks like drugs. I don't know why I was getting like the People magazine. Like I don't know if I just got someone's like free like they were like, "Oh, I can give someone a free subscription or something." Like if it was my mom or what, but they just started up again, and I'm like flipping through it, and I'm like, there's so much drama in here, and I'm like, I can't. I'm like, this is my anxiety can't handle like all this like celebrity news. So I'm like, I'm just gonna flip to the back and do the crossword puzzle.
I'm so bad at crosswords.
Because I'm like, I can't.
There was a fandom website or whatever, and so they had crosswords, and I was trying to like do them because I was like, I know this fandom pretty well. I should be able to like get them. And just I think it's the way people write crossword clues. Because I spent like an hour trying to do it, and I finally like got it. And I had the thing that like check as you're typing, because I was like, I'm not like testing myself. I just like want to know that I can do it. Like,
right.
I don't want to have gotten through it, realized I made a mistake, and then just be stuck because I did other things built off that one mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But once I finally figured it all out, I was like, if the clues were just straightforward, this would have been so much faster.
Yeah, some of the like I think when I was doing them a lot, then I would come upon like, oh, this is how they're wording this for like they would come up like multiple times. So I'd be like, oh yeah, um like there was one that was like I forget what it was, but it was jai, and then the word they wanted you to say was a lie, or maybe it would be like blank a lie and it would be jai. So like it was just like just random things. I'm like, I wouldn't know this unless I was doing the crossword puzzle and seeing these come up multiple times.
Yeah, no, and I just think it's so dumb because like I understand that if I just wanted it to be trivia, fine. But like
Oh
for
yeah,
me,
this
if
is
I know
sports.
something and then I can spell that out, and then that something in the spelling helps me jog my mind for something else. Like I don't know. I wouldn't be as tricky if I was writing crossword clues, which I think would make it, for the people who love crosswords, would make it feel like not a crossword. So I just
Right.
this is why I do Sudoku instead. Like the rules are set and that's it. There's no tricksy. It's just you messed up or you whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's actually that would be really fun to do, like a diamond bright and broken like crossword puzzle. Or
Okay,
like
if
word search.
we did that and you wrote your clues and I'm like, this is too hard, I would be, as your publisher, I'd be like, we have to be nicer because not everyone does crosswords like you, Holly.
Oh my god. Wait, that would just kind of be like a fun crossword puzzle and like word search. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I'm
we're
such a
now
dork.
doing that apparently. I'm all for it. I'm not complaining whatsoever. I just
Yeah, I'm so old school. um this is ridiculous that some people have said they hate reading about teens and YA. Well,
I had someone request my debut book, so my personal, under Zara Hoffman, The Belgrave Legacy, which is young adult paranormal romance. The cover looks like that. The description makes it clear. It's all out there, right? It's all very clear. Someone requested my book from NetGalley because I had like paid a certain amount to be included with a bunch of other authors into something. Otherwise, it's like super expensive. Someone requested my book and then replied it, or not replied, reviewed it, saying that they hated basically everything that makes it a young adult paranormal romance. And I'm like, why'd you request this if you don't like any of the staples of the genre? It's not like,
oh.
oh, didn't like what I did, which would have been like, I mean, bummer, like, you know.
Oh my
But
god.
this was someone who had requested the book and then hated on everything about the genre. And I'm like, I don't really know what you were expecting.
Mm-mm. No. No. I'm not about that life.
Some people confuse me, and yeah.
Ooh, okay, we've got Autumn's untitled plot. The main character wants to rescue things that are old to make them new again. The main character's a demon that's a human. A demon that's a human wants to be a healer, and humanoid she collects mechanical parts. The antagonist makes an evil humanoid and tries to take down the non-humans, and the robots that are created by the evil humanoid wants to turn on the antagonist. Ooh. Humanoid being controlled by the antagonist humanoid, making the good humanoid do bad things that they wouldn't do. The human antagonist makes an evil robot army. Talk about drama. The main character rescues the humanoid that sends her messages through voices in her head. Oh, there's a new town that the main character made, in the evil town is a hidden town. Oh my god. Oh, that sounds crazy. I am excited to see where you go with this.
I'm going up before any of that. Autumn had said that it was smart to use the Scrivener name generator, but she or they, I don't know pronounce, sorry, writes and reads now. There's also, I'll just Google like name generator or like fantasy name generator or sci-fi name generator or whatever. The internet is your friend here.
Ooh, I like this. Salix, Zilla, Noella, Rain, Astrid, Adora.
I like all these names.
Amberly, Nella. Ooh, boys, Macklin, Bramble. Oh, those are
I like
great.
both of those names a lot.
Yes, I love them. Yes, love the name choices.
Yeah.
Still working on names. Will read better. No, I love those. I realized when I was looking at all my names, I have a lot that end with like an like like Arista and no like Noel, like I would have like all these and I'm like, okay, I need to be a little more um have a little more variety here, Holly. I guess that's my bias, is I like the names that end with an A, I guess. Um
I mean, it's a cool sound. So,
yeah.
like, it's not a problem. But when your entire cast sounds like they could be related to each other, then you're like, if they're not all related to each other, some names have to change.
Yeah.
Um,
From
yeah.
YouTube videos. Oh, that's a good way to get some ideas too. I like that.
There was some story that I was working on, and someone in chat, I don't know if I was hosting or I was in chat watching someone else stream, and they were talking about like how a lot of their names sounded the same. And I was like, oh, I'm doing that, but like on purpose for these two characters who are related to each other, but I have to make sure I don't do it with anyone else.
Nice. The one thing that I noticed in, I forget which book I was reading. Oh, I think it was in Blood Debts. Like there was like a like there were so many names that were so similar. Like there was like a Krista, a Christine, and then like a Callista or something. And I'm like, there's three characters that name starts with a C. And I like that was like one of the first things I learned is like try not to have more than like two characters whose names start with the that same letter. So you're not confusing people. So
It matters.
yeah, it does.
Like
Because
you
I got
don't think it
confused.
matters a ton. And as a reader, I tend to not think about it unless it's a problem.
Yes. And that was my thing. So I was like, why?
Because
I was
then I'm
like,
just like, wait, who wasn't this person just doing? And it's like, oh, that was a different name. So
yeah. And I'm
therefore,
like,
this is a different person.
I'm like, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. There's like so many names you could choose from, and you have to like literally have like two that are like almost exactly the same. Oh, baby name Sunday. Oh, I have to check them out.
I'll go to like if I need a meaning behind a name, I'll go to baby names or behind the name or
Mm.
oh, there's another one. My mom got my name out of a book, like a physical book of baby names. Um,
Oh.
so she never heard it pronounced. So
Mm-hmm.
she calls me Zara, which works for our family because like I'm named after her aunt whose name started with a Z, and then both of both of my mom's grandmas have names that end in era, like as the sound.
Oh.
One was Sarah with an H at the end, and the other was Clara without an H. For her,
Oh.
it's obvious that my name is Zara, but everyone else will read it. They'll be like Zara, and I'm like, I know why you think that, but
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's rough.
I normally don't correct people, and then people around me will be like, "You should be correcting people on how to say your name," and I'm like, I know they're talking to me, like.
I I went out to eat on Saturday for my birthday, and I said my name was Holly. And then when I like saw the reservation, because it was like, oh, it'll be 30-minute wait, and then I look and see he's. I think it was a she. She spelled my name Hallie, and I was like, okay, it wasn't that loud of a restaurant. Like, it wasn't like a Hallie or like
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hallie. You're
I
like,
was
I'm
like,
not Halle Bailey. I'm not Haley
I was like, you
Steinfeld. I'm not. You're like,
completely
it's not.
butchered the name Holly.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does meanings with names. Okay, cool. I subscribed her. So I'm like, oh, this will be good to get some
That's cool.
ideas for future, especially since I'll hopefully be outlining the um a
see.
Diamond Bright and Broken's sequel soon, and we'll hopefully get some new characters in the mix.
I wanted to say I liked a certain group of characters, and then I realized how spoilery that is.
Yes. And the ones I've introduced that we've only kind of touched the surface on, they will reappear and
I'm hoping
play.
what I'm thinking of falls under that.
Yeah, they'll play
So
more of a part.
yeah, but I was just like, oh, I loved. It's like, whoops, can't do that.
Yes. One of my Colorado billionaire families had a Nordic name tradition when they had a daughter. It took me days to find Alva. Ooh, Alva. I
I'm
love
looking up.
that.
Okay, well, in Hebrew it means His Highness, sublime, or elf. I don't know why we would have a word for elf in Hebrew, but like, okay. But then Alva name and origin. Alva
That
given
sounds
name.
awesome.
They keep saying, okay. Alva is a unisex given name. It is used in Sweden and Norway as a feminine form of the name Alf, which means elf. Okay. I mean, see, that makes sense in that situation. It means in Hebrew.
Beautiful. Probably won't be outlining a bunch. Oh yeah, you're the pantser of you're the pantser of the group. Janine. Might be bad. I just started planning a new story right before Nano. Yeah.
I mean, there are some people I know who like don't plan anything and they just start on November 1st. So I don't think there's anything wrong with doing Nano as long as you can like admit to yourself that like, oh, okay, maybe I'm technically a Nano rebel, but like, who cares? And then you just move forward.
Right. Yeah. And you could do whatever you want. That's what I did. Last year I started like outlining and then I was like, "Oh no, wait, I need to go back and edit more of Project Diamond at the time," and was so I was like, "Oh, I'm going to put this outlining on pause because I'm going to be a rebel." Like, so you could do whatever you want.
I feel like for a long time, people also thought you couldn't outline and still be counted as a traditional nanoer. And it's like, no, you just like traditional nano is that you're writing the first, like you're starting a draft of a new story.
Right.
So it wasn't that like you couldn't have like a 10,000 word outline. It just meant that any word that you intended at some level to show up in the book could not have been written.
Exactly. Yep. That's good. That's why I'm like, oh, I can still do word count and hope to get my hope to get 50K.
I believe in you. I know that I will not be reaching that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Usually I take off like a week, the first week of November, but that's not happening this year. So remember that year that I started planning, fell off after a week, and started my novel with a concept and a literal single character? Yep. I love it.
I don't know why. I'm just imagining like a Dungeons and Dragons like character who like, has planned this whole thing and then just tries to store my castle with literally like a stick because like everything else like fell apart along the way. Like, you know what? If it works, it works. Roll for initiative.
That's awesome. Sometimes like a character or a plot like calls to you and you just gotta like, abandon something and just like go with your gut kind of. So
yeah.
Yes, and outlining chapters is good. That's what I realize over time is that like outlining the chapters and doing like scene cards is really helpful because it gives me that like little more of a game plan so that when I am writing, I just have to focus on making pretty words and not thinking about like where is the scene going?
Next?
Yeah.
I don't do the scene cards and I'll like format it as if it's just like a bunch of bullets. But I'll be like, here's a summary of what happens in this chapter.
Yeah.
And then if it's another scene, but I know it'll probably still be in the same chapter, then I'll like indent one in and be like, and then the next, right after.
Right.
But I used to pants, and then I'd run into a problem. And then because I couldn't like see it from like a bird's eye view or anything, I just like would stop for years and then go back to it. So that's why I outline. Like even though things still change often, like it's not exactly what's been outlined. Like normally the time it takes for me to write out all the events of what I thought was going to be a single chapter, it's like sometimes it's like it ended up being 3 chapters, but the stuff is still there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Aw. I was gonna say something and then I like completely lost my train of. Oh, I was gonna say, oh shoot, no, it was something about what were you just saying about what you do?
Oh, outlining in like a bullet point fashion rather than scene cards.
Uh it was maybe it was like right before that, but it was making me think like, oh, I did that with the Celestial Code. Um
Oh,
oh well, it's lost. It's lost forever.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. My brain's just like I think my brain's turning to mush. We'll wrap up
I mean,
here in
we've
a
been
little
going
bit.
for almost 3
Yeah,
hours.
yeah, we'll wrap up, you guys. Sorry. Um, I'm more of a person that doesn't take months outlining anymore. I used to, and I had projects that never had a first draft. Yeah. Well, maybe like you can revisit those and like only kind of look at your like basic plot point and be like, oh yeah, now I'll just start writing it and not look at the outline that you wrote so that you don't have to like, yeah.
Sarah Sutton used to
Abandon it.
do very detailed outlines.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the last video I watched of hers, which I know I'm very behind. So if someone is still up to date, and when I say this, you're like, that was forever ago. Yes, I do understand that. She had said that, like, oh, I'm outlining my new series, but I'm like making it a lot less in depth because I was finding that I was like getting burnt out by the end of the outline and didn't feel like I needed to write the story anymore because I'd written it so in depth in the outline. And I'm like, yeah, no, when I say outline, I mean like that's it. And if I get bits of dialogue that doesn't even go in the outline, that's literally written in like a random document in my giant Scrivener binder of like, here's some dialogue.
Oh.
And you'll figure it out later. But I won't even be like, oh, I think this dialogue goes with this scene. Like the outline is only summary.
Got it. Uh-oh. Okay, Zuko's telling me like, "Mom, hurry up." We don't have a Discord server.
I thought you did for
Well, but for
diversity.
yeah, for Diversity is Lit, I do. So if you'd like to join our book club Discord, let me find the link.
Is it not in your description of this stream?
Oh, it is in my description. Yes, it is. I will also
like, I'm pretty sure. Holly
I will also I'm so bad with being like, "Oh, it's down below." It is also here in case you would like to join.
I was like, am I going crazy? I'm pretty sure Holly puts this.
I should have a separate channel of just like writer chat stuff. But that Discord's mostly for like books and stuff. Okay, you guys, sorry for keeping you all so long, but we had a very good discussion, fun chat.
Oh, Autumn is asking what to do on the spreadsheet. So if you go to, I'll just actually, I don't know. Do I have a rent on your channel, Holly?
Do you have?
If you do ink_steady on YouTube, she has live streams, and then she explains them. Okay, we're gonna try and see if this link works. And if I don't have a wrench, then it will be deleted.
Oh yeah, you do have a wrench. Okay.
Okay, great. So Autumn, that's Inksteady /Kelly Wright /Veronica King, which is her pen name. That's her channel. Her streams will explain how to use the thing.
Yes, and I think there's already a duplicate template at the bottom that you can like.
There is.
Yeah, change in your name too, so that you
I've just discovered that
sad.
Diversity is Lit has merch, and I'm now very scared for my wallet 'cause
Yeah, I haven't bought.
I want stuff.
I need to buy more. Actually, buy more because I had a hoodie that I like just wore out, and then I had a tank top. But I'm like, well, now I need something for when it's cold, and then I wanted a t-shirt because the only t-shirt I had gotten was the
I'm
what's
so
the
sorry. I'm hiccuping.
oh no, you're fine. It was the one I bought when I was like, oh wait, like the logo's like I wanted to make sure it like printed right. Um, but it was like kind of like the size I got wasn't good for me. So anyways, I also need to buy more merch.
What is the difference between a classic and a premium pullover?
Oh, let me
I will find out.
see.
Holly wants to go to sleep. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's
I can do this research on my own.
And me too. I could also look at my. Okay, I will let you guys go, but check out our merch. Check out. Oh, that's a song. Sorry. Um, okay, thanks, you guys for joining. Oh, and Autumn said, us three should make a writer's Discord. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm like barely.
I don't have the time to.
Oh my god, I'm
handle
like,
Discord.
yeah, I wish I could. But thanks for joining, and Regina, thanks for coming. Thanks everyone else for coming, and we will see you next week, same time, same place. And hope you had a good start to the week. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.